You're all welcome to this broadcast. Today, we are going to bring the president's excerpt about his presentation of the verdict that happened in the Maryland court, the Maryland Circuit Court. The verdict that was passed by Justice Michael S Baranco in the Maryland Circuit Court of the United States of America, that Sako took the interim government to court and lose in the court. The verdict was in favor of the interim government. So I'm going to bring the excerpt of the presentation that was done by President Chris Ano. Don't go away. We'll be right back after the break.
This is the case. Samuel Sako versus Ambazonia. That is the subject of the message I bring to you today. Again, Samuel Sako versus Ambazonia. Today is Saturday, August the 26th in the year of our Lord, 2023. I am Chris Ano, your comrade in arms for a free and independent Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. Samuel Sako versus Ambazonia. The case, aptly described as Samuel Sako versus Ambazonia, has reached its conclusive verdict. The hearing and ruling took place on Wednesday, August 22nd, within a county courthouse in Baltimore, Maryland, under the guidance of the Honorable Judge Baranco. Now, before I take you into the court proceedings, let us delve into the background of the case before I take you into the court. The essence of the case lies in the impeachment and removal of Mr. Samuel Sako from his position at the helm of the interim government in early 2022. Despite being stripped of powers, Sako, unwilling to relinquish his hold, had hastily orchestrated or put together a meeting under false pretenses, purportedly involving the board of directors of Amazonia Foundation and the Southern Cameroons Foundation. It is important here to note that these foundations are responsible for managing donations gathered for the aid of refugees on Ground 1 and Ground 2 and other humanitarian causes. Aware that these foundations held substantial amounts of money, Sako seemingly believed that if he were to depart, he would take these two entities along with him. The objective of this meeting he called, composed solely of directors who aligned with him. And the mission, again, the objective was twofold. Firstly, to dismiss the president of the board, along with the treasurer and secretary, whom Sako perceived as unsupportive and uncooperative. Secondly, the meeting Sako called aimed to appoint a new board of directors without the presence or consent of the dismissed officials. Now, note the term appoint. It will be clarified later. Under the cover of darkness, Sako and collaborators swiftly devised new articles of incorporation for the two foundations and expedited their submission to the Maryland Secretary of State office, where the entities were registered. This hasty action was undertaken to transfer ownership of the foundations to Sako. Their actions unfolded seamlessly, unbeknownst to the interim government, the legitimate custodians of the foundations. Having successfully filed the new articles of incorporation, transferring ownership of Ambazonia Foundation and Southern Cameroon's Foundation ownership and control to themselves, Sako and his accomplices hastened to the banks. There, they presented their fabricated board as the newly appointed directors in charge of the foundation's accounts. Upon encountering this new board, the banks removed the names of the legitimate officers from the interim government and replaced them with Sako's conniving appointees. However, as they departed from the banks, smoking and deriding Ambazonia, fortune failed to favor their treachery. Luck failed to smile on them. It did not take long for the interim government to receive notification that they no longer had access to their accounts, as the board of directors had been altered. Without delay, the interim government petitioned the Maryland Secretary of State and reclaimed ownership of the foundations. And so, consequently, the bank reinstated the interim government access to their accounts with all the funds intact. Emboldened by this development and hopeful of recovering the foundations, the bank accounts and the funds within them, Sako took to court and sued 6 members of the interim government, including yours truly, Chris Ano, who legitimately managed the foundations. Their plea to the court was to compel the 6 to return the funds to them. During the hearing, the case revolved around the legitimacy of the meeting called by Sako Ikome to change the board of the Ambazonia Foundation and the Southern Cameroon's Foundation. He had been impeached, removed from office. I beg your pardon. Again, the court found that he had no standing to have called the meeting because he had been impeached and removed from office. This crucial issue of impeachment and removal undermines Sako's authority to call a meeting and effect changes within the 2 foundations. The judge deemed that an individual who had been impeached could not exercise the powers and responsibilities that came with their former position. Consequently, Sako lacked the legal standing to convene a meeting and alter the board composition. Their main witness, Victorine Yangne, who found the authority of Sako under scrutiny, suggested at a point that she was the one who called the meeting. However, she was unable to explain or prove to the court what authority she used in calling the meeting, considering that the bylaws of the foundations are very clear as per who can call a meeting. The bylaws state that only the president of the board, the secretary, the treasurer, or 2 board members could call for an extraordinary meeting. Neither Sako nor Victorine Yangne were board members, secretaries, or board presidents. Victorine admitted in court that she was only the financial secretary. The admission disqualified her and made their meeting illegal. It apparently got so desperate in court to the extent that Victorine lied to the court when she testified that she was the one who called the meeting. The meeting's Zoom evidence submitted in court from Ambazonia's side proved that it was actually Ikome Sako who called the meeting. But where they failed even woefully wasn't just about who did or did not call the meeting. The second challenge they faced was convincing the judge that they met the conditions of the bylaws when they called the meeting. Ambazonia's lawyer, quoting from the bylaws, reminded the Sako side of a section in the bylaws that states that before such a meeting can hold, all board members must be given at least 2 days' notice. Asked when the meeting was held from when the announcement for it was made, Sako's team said all happened on the same day. On the same day. The announcement and the meeting all took place on the same day, contrary to the provisions in the bylaws. The judge perceived that the rush in calling the meeting on the same day and having it on the same day was not only illegal but suspicious, and it led him to believing that the Sakos acted in bad faith. The court considered the circumstances surrounding the meeting called by Sako Ekome, emphasizing that it appeared to be hastily organized and deliberately concealed from other board members. This raised concerns about transparency and due process. By rushing the meeting without proper notification and excluding relevant board members, Sako's team exhibited a lack of adherence to established protocols. Such actions undermine the credibility of the meeting and cast doubt on the legitimacy of any decisions taken therein. Another significant factor that informed the judge's ruling in favor of Ambazonia was the documentary evidence submitted in court from the Maryland Secretary of State's office. These documents indicated that Ambazonia Foundation is still registered under the People's Interim Government as the rightful owners. This legal documentation carried substantial weight in the court's assessment and ruling, as it demonstrated that the state recognized this interim government's authority over the two foundations. It further reinforced the notion that Sako's attempts to unilaterally change the board structure lacked legal merit. The judge also took into account the Internal Revenue Service, that is the IRS, dealings with the contenders. Ambazonia's lawyer told the court that the IRS recognizes only the People's Interim Government as the legitimate representatives of the foundations. The People's Interim Government is the body, he said, that the IRS has been working with in terms of tax filing and auditing. Sako's people, asked by the judge, were not able to show any proof that they have filed any taxes with the IRS or had any dealings at all with it. This disclosure linking the IRS carried significant weight, as it indicated that the IRS engages in official business or transactions only with the People's Interim Government, further bolstering its claim of authority over the two foundations. Lastly, the court highlighted Sako team's failure to adhere to the bylaws of Ambazonia Foundation and the Southern Cameroons Foundation. By disregarding the established rules and procedures governing the organization, Sako and Co. undermined the integrity of their actions. The judge deemed it imperative for any group seeking legitimacy within an organization to follow the established bylaws, which act as a guiding framework for decision-making. Taking all of this into consideration, the hearing, initially scheduled for 2 days, was brought to an end after all the witnesses had testified and closing statements made by lawyers from both sides. And based on the testimonies, the judge told the plaintiff's lawyer, that is Sako's lawyer, that he wasn't able to prove the merit of his case and so passed judgment in favor of the defendants, the People's Interim Government. That's what happened in court. Now let me say this, ladies and gentlemen. I have no reason to celebrate or salivate over this victory, as important as it may be. This victory isn't the victory we have been yearning or fighting for. It does not. Again, it does not give us Ambazonia, though it elevates institutions and structures over individual greed and ambition. I had no doubt that social media wasn't going to be the court or the judge. Surrogates were not going to be the witnesses either. I knew for sure that when the day of judgment comes, Ambazonia was going to prevail. And prevail it did. I see lots of jubilation and excitement out there for the outcome of this case, which is all okay. But this is money. This is money, fellow Ambazonians, that should have gone to ground zero to take care of our suffering and struggling people. Sako got it wasted in the hands of lawyers by dragging us into this. We will never be able to recover the money spent in the hands of these lawyers in a frivolous lawsuit. This court case should never have come up in the first place. We struggle a lot to raise money for Ground Zero, and here we are squandering thousands in court over money that belonged to the Ambazonia people, thanks to a greedy scammer who conned all of us and got his way to the hem of this interim government and struggle. I hope this never again repeat. I hope we never again entertain any other scammer or a con man or con woman in the leadership of this struggle. If anything should teach all of us a lesson from this court case, it is that structures matter, institutions matter, in their respect, very important. Structures and laws are meant to be respected. When it became clear in court that Sako and team had been removed and that they were acting in defiance of his removal, it made a lot of sense to the judge about the underlying motive behind the scheme to hijack the two foundations and the rush to cook the books of the foundations. It was meant to be a grab. Sako's actions were meant to be a grab, but it failed. Let me tell all of you today, Chris Ano, I am committed to strengthening the institutions and structures of the interim government. Never again should any one person or group of persons want to usurp the authority of the interim government. Those who try will be defeated.
Comrade Ubuntu, no worry about that toothless bulldogs. Call them toothless bulldog and maybe an insult because they lack wisdom, they lack knowledge for how institutions can be run and who be answerable to who. They just talk trash. They talk trash left and right. I just imagine and I just ask myself question. Say all these people where they be deceive Sako, they fire Sako, the supportee left and right. All these psycho fans, what did the one do now? So if they want to bring another conspiracy, because that Ochuba headmaster man, not conspirator, we said they will hide the shame for say they don't go win them for court. Anyway, in as much as we know one throw stone at Sako and that cohort, we will be prepared for send plenty of them for J. We'll be prepared for send them for J. And now just say I need to listen to ABC anymore. If I hear all the things where they talk, I beg send them for me. If I hear that thing the way they talk that rubbish, we will start send them for J one after the other. And we'll get for their president, why is a not call it president, Comrade Chris Anu. Make it give a time limit for Sako and the court for hand over the properties of the interim government led by the Restoration Council as soon as possible, notably ABC. ABC, if ABC not be handed to the rightful institution, now I know we'll give time limit, but the leadership in place will give time limit where they run should not together discuss. If they not hand over that TV, then all them so they will go JTM. We know for my say Amazonia interim government will not send your own people for J. Now lie. If Sako for and you call for get possibility, they for send all we for J. They for start from Comrade Chris Anu. They for send them for J. Now just because they be short of knowledge, short of wisdom, and short of how institutions they be run. They don't know anything. They don't get a clue about anything where they go on. Apart from for thief money. And then create conspiracies. Now all that way they know, because if they for know, they not forever try for take interim government go court. However, we will put them for J. The fact that we no one throw stone at them, we don't want she don't quiet, we no one Garivan around how they do. You know mean say we be coward or we lack him for do. We wait. We'll get resolution. We'll get a timeline for hand over the property how we could be talk. For hand over the property for the rightful owners. If they not hand up, then all them they will go jail before they hand them.
When person will talk about the collaboration, then it is still say he no go collaborate with Chris Ano and Sako. Then he want try for 10 at the eve where Sako and Chris Ano be the doam. Then he know they talk about the evil way Ayaba be the doam. That means that person not fit bring the unity. That person is still having that witchcraft of the black man for still the inside it. The person where they talk, not they talk now the right thing. If they want to, when you want to talk now about collaboration, you go collaborate with other people, and you know go collaborate with Chris Ano and Sako, because Chris Ano be talk say me the key Ayaba, say they be key fighters them. Then you forget say the same thing as you talk say Chris Ano they be do am na the same thing where Ayaba be they do am too. For me, self Ayaba don't kill more fighters than the Chris Ano and the Sako. So all of them, all of these people, Chris Ano, Ayaba, Sako, if one of them is not good, but just because say they there for front, we will try say may they come together, all of them, because if all of them come together, they will bring a better agenda, because at that time they know say all man they look now for them, say may they bring better idea for front. So the evil now, that evil way there for inside their heart, so that evil now will be like say we don't kill the evil. So now why that would they talk say may all of them may they come together. But if you want to try now, if you want to your own now say Ayaba, then you where you support na Ayaba, you know go accept Chris Ano and the Sako. Then you know you never even talk anything. No, that means say you never even start the talk about the collaboration. What they talk? Even the word collaboration, me who no go school, so that word collaboration, I don't even need that word collaboration. We talk about unity, not collaboration. We talk about unity. Me who no go to school, so I talk my own about unity. What that word collaboration when I talk, I know they understand that word when I use some about collaboration. We want is collaboration. We're talking about unity. We must unite together. They need to unite. They need to fight as one man. Nothing like collaboration. Now something you see they for your own group, or they my own group, then we collaborate. That one I don't need that kind of what say collaboration. So may you know, so when you want to talk about some other person evil, where the other man don't know, say that your own person where you the lead show, it do the same evil. Eh? You know, say Ayaba be command say may the slaughter Commandant Tiger, General BAB with 5 others, 7 good fighters for inside Mogamo. Now the worst thing that way Ayaba do, and where we touch all ambassadors them. So when you want to talk about the way Cristiano destroy and Sako destroy, then you forget the one way Ayaba. If you want to follow the list of fighters where General I will kill them, where they take the command from Ayaba. And how many? So when they talk now the right thing, more they try for unite all of them. Ayaba is evil, Cristiano is evil, Sako is evil, all of them, these people, all of them, they get an evil agenda. I tell you now yesterday, say, if we begin the independence already, say we begin for ground zero, you foresee the evil way there for the level of evil way there for these people, then you not gonna believe. Because if we begin for inside southern Cameroon now, so we don't already win the independence. Ayaba where you support, so Ayaba will make sure say may eliminate Sako, Cristiano, and any other person where no like he. And the same as if na Sako there for front, he go they try to say may eliminate Ayaba. So now so this people then day. So today now we get lucky say the day na outside country. So now the thing that we there for their mind now so they talk. So all of them as we see them, so they get the evil way they inside them. So when we call now about unity, we start now say may the first forgive, because now the first thing that way we start by talking about forgiveness. May the first forgive when they go forgive each other, because if there is no forgiveness, even the unity who we talk so enough is stand. Because all ambassadors and then even the fathers and what they did for ground zero, they must know say they go forgive. They must forgive each other. When they talk about the unity now, so it can stand. As we talk, so if forgiveness no day, if you call Ayabana for the same hall, in a Cristiano and Sako and Ebenezer Akwanga with also other leaders them, if they day inside one hall, my brother, they tell you, they know if it talk go reach like 30 minutes, so they go start na fight, you know. They go fight. Maybe they will still fight with the key that they save them for inside the hall. So if they no forgive, they go fight for the meeting. Where would they call and say, may they unite, then talk better things. So if they no forgive from the heart, when they will come for that meeting, fight go come over there, as I tell you, so not true. Black man is very evil and useless. So if we no remove that black man heart from that black man heart, so we no go succeed for this thing. Ambassador don't already be free since 2017, since 2016. Spiritually, ambassador don't already be free. God don't already free this country. So then hand them now for we not the problem because of the evil where we get them, where we know they succeed. Now, so people that they die for ground zero every day. When I know if you forgive, then when I don't only see now the evil way Sako and the other people then do, when I don't know they see the one way I have done. So, if any man, if you want to talk about this unity, no, they blame anybody. Just call people to forgive themselves and come together. No, they start by saying, if I want collaborate, no go. Even the word collaboration, that word self, we no go school, but that word is not normal, my brother.
Yes, Brazilian people, I salute 21 gun salute for all our fighters, our restorationist comrades. Yes, today na 24th, and I want beg this person where he forward this message for this Mbongbong I irrelevant activists where he call his name say be UN. Here when I listen for this audio for this fake UN Bongbong I wishman, when I go know say that talk where they talk say dog bite dog where he come on for Equinox for this we own Anglo food the way they did it. Whether na will be bring that talk say dog bite dog. You go see say it come Sako ye gang. Them they fight now. They bite each other. This idiot where he say be nurse and he insult doctor them. Can't wait it become for you. So why it become back? No one will be healthy. When I be healthy, no when I be whole you congratulate you say don't go see say. Things are not fine, you come back. Now for sure, when I say, oh, when I for day, when I been a traitors, starting from Sako, thief man where it thief Ambazonia money. Yes, you talk say case, it never finish. And some people, they don't begin jubilate. We will see how now, which side case will go end. Excuse. I beg say when I take this my audio, send I may go reach this idiot where he call himself say he be UN, fake UN. Some in man where if they talk last dull people them for this revolution. This idiot, now you be the dullest. Man will no get no conscience. Now it even make audio today it insult the own boss when a chief man Sako. As it talk say case be na against Chris Anu. Wait. Now Chris don't begin worry so. This boy, where they call him UN psychiatric patient, where you don't need to make they take you go for hospital. Because before this war will end, when I will see say idiot like this one, you go move your clothes and begin walking naked. They still they sing Ambazonia song. Now people in this way they don't get used for this revolution. Yes. Now people where they be help Lobati them say make them life for Restoration Council. He never had them. He go had them passo. He go had them so they never see something they will see and passo. Ocheba Nelson, your time never come. You never see something. Now so you go talk so you end that so for talk so die. Because you be useless person. Now when I don't fool Sako, I don't know which side where this old man where he follow corruption for La Republic City. He no get money come for here. The con man Sako take him put him for him. I sorry here, old man. Fru Johnson. They fool you. Barrister come, all the dirty people, the way they call themselves, say barrister. I don't know whether they don't ever win some case. Barrister and Bessa, go meet up with people them, where they call themselves, say they be pastor, they join gang. When I go make incantations, so they, all things will fall that so apart. I beg when I take this audio, send them for this con man and your gang, they say, we there now for noon time. Now 12 o'clock this, when 12 o'clock reach, so no place, no day where any man will hide his sin for day. So they get for carry their cross. Thing where they be cook and they go chop them. Yes. You don't start beginning craze for some time where you know they know. Say the worker criticize. Say the victory don't come. The victory never come for you, but it come. You don't start begin talk like mommy far away one lay egg. You never see something here, Mr. Nurse. Sometimes you don't go carry shit for Chris person. Now you go put Chris for your head so. Say you be nurse. If you be nurse, now you go stand begin make all propaganda, talk. You know say if you be useful like sometimes Sako be forgive you some that in church, you know. Now you the vex now because you there for this, so they look you like last man, like foolish man, they don't give you no position. Which kind of position you get them for Sako? You think? You don't get no position. Because you be very useless. Even in your talk, they be useless. Even you not respect Sako when I your boss. That's why for they never ever give you no position. And you go die where you don't get no position. You know? Useless man like you so. Any person where if he give some position for you for inside society and pass the one where they figure for Christmas like this one where they take and so. That means say that person is not correct. You be last dirty boy for this revolution. Yes. You support say may they kill people them for ground. That money when I block them for this long time so when as well you say one we never finish the case. When case will finish, we'll see who come and will pay which man. Okay? Dirty. Say you be nurse dirty.
Thank you. These those were the opinions of some of our activists who have witnessed the case. This is a case that has been unfolding and for the past months that was filed by Sako in the Circuit Court of Maryland, and the judgment went in favor of the people of Ambazonia. So we are calling on the people of Ambazonia to understand that Sako, who has been the person who has tried to change the constitution, change the institution, change the parliament. He has tried to change everything by himself just to stay in power, because there is no challenge to him. He want to stay in power, but we are following the constitutionality of the Ambazonian people. We are following the institutions. For example, the Restoration Council that installed Sako and install all the other presidents. So one person cannot come and change something that has been instituted. That is why we were telling them that America is not like Africa, where you can go and bribe somebody and just come to power, or you go and bribe, win votes, trying to cajole. No. America is not like that. They followed everything. And now the court has passed an injunction order. Anything in possession with the Sako funds must be handed to the legitimate interim government backed by the Restoration Council, because they fraudulently took all these things, the ABC, the Ambazonia Foundation, anything that was paid for by the people of Ambazonia. Sako had no job, no money, nothing to do anything. So he cannot lay claim to anything. His house rent was paid, his salary was paid, his wife was paid, everything was paid for. Sako has no job in America. So he claimed to hold claim of anything that the Amazonia people bought by their own money, their own support to the struggle is illegal. And that is why, from the analysis of the president, we can tell that all these things came in the court and they lose. This is a win for those who value and are willing to protect the democratic principles that Ambazonians are laying their lives and spending their treasure to have in our own sovereign, independent nation by the Ambazonians for Ambazonians. So, love and appreciation to the American judicial system for helping Ambazonians block the road to dictatorship that Sako and his Sako fans were trying to build. They were trying to bring in the dictatorship that we are trying to run away from La Republique. And the American system said no. They wanted all evidence from the IRS. They brought evidence from the Secretary of State for the Maryland state. They brought all the evidence how the legitimate government is the one in charge of all those things. Nobody can come from anywhere and just say, oh, I'm the president. No. They follow the institution, they follow the constitution of the people of Ambazonia. And Sako is nowhere to be found. So any person who is trying to fraudulently trying to lay claim of anything Ambazonian people has built cannot win in the American court, because American court will want all the evidence. Bring evidence. The thing that you should not do when you go to American court is to fraud documents. Please don't go to jail, because the next thing that will happen to most of these psychophans is that they will be put to jail, because anything they are doing now is fraudulent. They are collecting money. They are not filing taxes, because the IRS document was there showing that the interim government is the one filing taxes. Okay, so where are all the monies going to? All these things that they are putting around, that Sako has raised 10,000, Sako has raised 15,000. Where's the money going to? And who is gonna be held accountable for those money? Because the system is put in place that any money collected should be filed for taxes at the end of the year, so that the government of America recognizes that there is this interim government that is putting stuff together. Okay, let's listen to some of our other activists and we'll come back to that.
Yeah, good morning, House. Comrade Sebas, when you say may you not talk about the victory, I understand what you mean. Except that I don't understand that what you mean to say that let you not go on castigate people and say that we won and this and this and this. I'm sure that's what you mean. If not, there is a case that Ambassador knew that were in court. And the case has been decided upon. And you think that we should not talk about the win? We should just have... This is the case that involved the Ambazonia people. The outcome of the case must be known by the Ambazonia people. The case was taken against the interim government, the government of the Ambazonia people. The outcome of it cannot be hidden from them. They should hear the outcome of it. But I want to be that you mean that they don't know we are going to sing victory, we want this person, we agree. That's how I look at it. And I buy into that opinion too. But the circumstances under which the case was brought, the Ambassador people must know it. And the outcome, that is transparency. Well, we might say that it might hinder reconciliation, but we don't reconcile in falsehood. And the reconciliation must come from the Ambassador people to by know exactly what happened. Well, if they don't, they continue to be confused. I don't know where to go or what to do. This idea of headstrong belonging to a group of they will still be there because they don't know where they are and they don't know where they are going to. So it's good to explain to them what happened, and then you rally the people and say, we are not up to this. Ambassador people should avoid this. These are the things, because we had the idea, but we thought that doing this will not be proper for the Ambassador people. We are all fighting for this revolution in our own different ways. It would be wrong to be taking somebody to court until we avoid it. We knew we could go to court to do it, but we avoided it because the money to spend in court, money to do this, we have the money to do something. We avoided it, but it finally came. But this is the outcome. And these are the type of things that Amazonian people should avoid going forward. But what the little money we have, they did it in their own way. But it was the wrong way. We call for the right way to be done, which is the Restoration Council and the Constitution, and that was done by those with the institution that led this revolution from the beginning. But they thought they were going to do it differently, so it had been decided upon this way. I think that's my opinion about it.
Yes, good morning, House. Honorable Sama, thank you very much for this outing. I've been listening for other people's audios as regard to this issue. Once more, I would thank you extremely very much because you stand for the people. As you said, for those who reason, once you are right, you are always right. Even in court, even in heaven, everywhere you are right. I think this is the time we will call the other people, say, come, let's sit down. For the sake of our dying people, this is the time. This is not that time that will be insulting, more insult and more, creating more division. I will ask the question, then who are the wise? Who are the wise? The wise are the ones that when you make error, instead of the wise to send you out, will bring you in so that you people join together. I saw a video of one Congress who posted a video in the house where the ants, they group themselves and they are climbing a hill with a very big animal which refer us to their food. Did we not see it? Yes, we all saw it. I think this is the time. This is the time that we'll call them. Say, come. Come, let's sit down. We still need them. This is not time that we'll be jubilating. We jubilate when we are in Boya. We don't jubilate when we are separating ourselves, fighting each other. We'll begin to jubilate. I've warned you. Who are you? Who are you? But we still need them. We need them. We need them for unity. Two wrongs can never make wrongs. When you are wrong, I'm wrong. What are you expecting? It means the grass or the poor ones will suffer. At the time this will get for come out, we call they say come. I thank you, Congressama. Those who are jubilating, you can never change the will of God. You are physically jubilating, but spiritually, God has taken a decision that even you and I will not know. But the only danger inside is that some of you that are jubilating because you are creating more confusion. You can jubilate in your mind, but you will come out and pray for unity. You know that you are jubilating, insulting others, so that the revolution will be falling down more and more. One day, even in your own house, you will jubilate wrong, and that's how things will fall apart. We need them, we need unity. No one, even they will fight, they can never win what is right. God just make them to understand, and everyone makes a wrong. When you make a wrong, and you are being corrected, it's not for you to run away, but it's for you to come. So we need to let them come. Let's join and fight this fight. I appreciate anybody where it come out spiritually, physically, and reason like this Congress and talk something, rather than to be provoking, bringing more division. No, this is an IG. If we all say it's an IG, then we should be reasonable. We should always be at the top. Let everything reason, and what we talk, what come out of our mouth should be more wisdomly, more than those we think. No, they want anything. They are like this, but this is the best time. I greet everyone.
Good morning, House. A revolutionary greetings. 21 gun salute to all of our fighters, generals, foot soldiers defending the homeland. Ambazonia must be free, totally free. I thank our interim government. I thank the Restoration Council. I thank all Ambazonia where they support this struggle and they support our fighters. Yes, Congress Nisama, you make a very good point there, and you make a very good audio, reasonable. Yes, make a go forward for Toxi. All of we don't start talk together, just as Reverend Asong, he talked last time, say, make we forgive each another. Yes, so even if we don't do wrong, even if we don't do right, may we try for call. All of we be Ambazonia, so may we come together. We try for carry on our struggle till our land be totally free. Yes, and Nisama, you make a very good point there. Where you say this jubilating, may we focus on coming together than to be jubilating while our parents at home are dying. Every day they are dying. So may we take opportunity Yes, on this case where the interim government of the people don't win them. For sure and for the world, for sure and for where people say yes. This interim government is stand for the people and it will always stand with the people. So going forward, I still thank the Restoration Council for the wonderful job where they do and for this struggle. Yes. They really show we say that they be where parliament. So may we pray for this where Restoration Council. So I think say all of we, all Ambazonia be home and abroad, I think say we don't really say wait away if we take this way struggle forward now if we did together. So we be bound to come together. Yes. We be bound to come together. Yes. Any man go show proof say he dey with the people, he dey see dying. Where people where they die for down. Now if he agree for leave his ego aside for join and fight together, join hands and fight together so that we go liberate our homeland. Yes. If some people they be think say they don't call names, who protest, all this go up. They call kind names for inside this court for America don't prove I'm saying up so it day. Yes. But I know say judgment way the judge am for down, even for heaven, God go still judge not the same thing. Because the judgment they follow not the truth. We don't see the place where the truth today. So my brothers and sisters, I think say all of we will preach now coming together. But for concerning President Christopher Ano, na man way he be sway in and he be say he go call everybody make we come together. So that one I no doubt say he will continue for do your work. And I hope say all of we now we go listen and we will come together. We handle our resolution as usual. So I thank you plenty for this victory where God don't give for we. Yes. If we talk say Ambazonia revolution God ordained struggle, not been a lie. Yes, not true. True must win over lies. Lie they stay na stay, but after all it will still fall inside water. Yes. Now God handled this struggle. Yes. Now God handled this struggle. How the interim government not go win the case? They go win because now God the work for we. Now God the work for we. Now God the work for we. One more thing where I want remind all of we were there inside this struggle. With the one where they did inside this forum, all of we, this were interim government. If we support this government with money, we go win. Yes. If really we give money for this interim government, if we support this interim government, for support where fighters them, we will win. We will win this. We will win. This independent not will take 5 years or 3 years again. We go win. We go win. Yes, we go win. All money place day up. All money cafe day up. Today I'll be very happy for this information we are hearing. We not the follow wrong steps. We the follow not the right steps. Yes. From Patasan we come to Sisiko. From Sisiko we go to Amini Bobga for some months. From there we come to Sako don't be a man where say he must be president for life because the Republic don't give you some more money. From there we come for Marianta. Marianta don't take 10 kobo, go sell and make the take and go for Canada. He don't take money for fight the war, dash non-chop. He spoke man. They make television where they way, you know, get no use. Yes. Now we're there with President Christopher Arnold. Congress in arms. I say if we support this struggle, this government stand for this struggle and they do everything make we succeed. Now no one put hand inside our pockets. If we support this government, we will win this war. We will win this war. We will really win this war.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We've heard different activists coming up with their own opinion about what they think about the struggle at this moment. But you will bear with us that this case was the case that within the interim government, we told President Chris Arnold not to take anything to court. We wanted to make sure that we stay within our lane to resolve anything amicably behind the scene. But Sako, because he knew that he was illegal, he was illegitimate, he took the interim government to court and wanted to forcefully take or to make sure that he become legitimate when he is not backed by the Restoration Council. He wanted to fraudulently take over the asset of the Amazonian people, which is not correct. It is not justifiable because this is anything we're doing here, we're doing under the banner of the Amazonian people. The interim government is the only organization or the only legitimate government that is not owned by an individual. That let's understand the difference between the interim government and groups. Groups are owned by individuals. Those individuals decide what they can do within their groups. They don't have the opinion of the Amazonian people. It's different. The interim government is the people's interim government. That is the difference. So no one person can just come from nowhere and try to usurp the power, try to amass all the power within their own self and wanted to then still take the people to court. You know, it is very difficult for you to think that way, right? To think that America is a country where when you take somebody to court, they'll just say, okay, you win. No. In America, they follow evidence. If you take somebody to court in America, you might still lose the case. So that is the example that Sako has learned. It's a lesson that he has learned. And for now, we hear a lot of people talk about unity and all those. Anyway, the interim government has always been open for unity and collaboration. But some people, because they own their groups, they feel so uncomfortable joining other people. Okay? They'll say, oh, we don't want to join this, we don't want to do this, because they own their groups. And the Amazonian people don't have powers to impose on these groups to tell them that, no, it's time for us to join or collaborate with the interim government. That's the difference. So if you cannot tell Ayaba that he must collaborate with the people because he owns his organization. He is the president, the founder, and everything. You cannot tell Dr. Akwanga to attend a conference. You heard the other audio where he was talking about that. So these are the things that we are talking about, right? These people own their organizations. So I don't know why people would take these organizations seriously, okay? Because they individually do their things. That's why you saw what Capo Daniel did with the egg of sea, right? They went to Canada. He went and be sleeping with the women there and the La Republic women. And they finally gave him one woman. He is married now to a Yaoundé woman. That's why you see he's confused now because he's married to a Wonder Woman. Capo is confused. So that's what we are saying. And if it was an interim government, any individual cannot usurp power. They will take you to court because it's a people's power, it's a people's asset, it's a people's money. Okay? But in the age of C, they do their things now because they cannot raise funds. They want to start go and collect taxes. Anyway, that's another thing, topic for another day. Okay? But let's look at what has just gone in the American judicial system. It's a lesson for us. Anything we are doing in America, no matter what you're doing, be very careful with the system. The judicial system, the American judicial system, is very tricky. You might do something today. After 2 years, they just send you a letter that you did this, you did this, you did it. You were like, I did not know that these people were monitoring me. Okay? Did you know that they went to President Chris Arnold's house, the FBI? They took his phone, they went to his house, they searched his house, they went to this other person's house. So many of the leaders' houses, they went to the houses. But that is the American style. They do the investigation until you are cleared. They went to Eric Tato's house. They did all those things there. So this is just a kind of a lesson, okay? When you are running an illegal organization in America, be very careful because illegality is not an excuse that I did not know. That is what some of the Sako people were saying in the court. They asked them, what legality do you have to? You say, okay, I am the secretary. Secretary of what? How did you manage to put yourself secretary? Oh, Sako nominated me. Sako is who? Sako is an impeached president. That is how legality comes. You cannot just say, "Oh, I'm supporting Sako." Now, let's go now to legality and legitimacy. Who is the Sako was dismissed and sacked. He was impeached. How can you still be doing that, thinking that the law? There is no excuse in the law. Okay, ignorance is not an excuse in law. If you are ignorant, you go to jail. They don't care because you have to find out if that person is legitimately the president or legitimately have the power to put you somewhere. Okay? That is why we still say the Restoration Council is the constitutional parliament. Okay? When you take somebody to court or you take the Amazonian people to court, the Amazonian people brought all their evidence, right? They have the legality to run the Ambazonia Foundation. They have the legality to run the ABC TV. They have the legality to run everything. You take them to court. Now in court, they say, what is the bylaws of this? You don't even know the bylaws of the Ambazonia Foundation. These people are crazy, man. You take somebody to court, you don't even understand the nitty-gritties of the foundation, right? So they just told them that if you don't know the how do you manage to bring you are sending somebody to court, but you don't know the bylaws of the organization. Ignorance is not an excuse. Before you file a lawsuit against somebody, please have your evidence. You being the first to file lawsuit does not make you win the case. So be very careful, okay? So that's a lesson to the Sako people that anything they are doing in America, there will be time to ask them for evidence. All right? So the earlier they start putting their knots together, they should put their acts together. That's what they say. Put your acts together because you put your mouth where your money is. That's what the Americans say. The Americans say you put your mouth where your money is. It means that don't be doing things thinking that you do illegality things. You think that okay, no, it's because this man told me to do this. If somebody tell you to do something that is not legal, you will be held liable. It's not an excuse for you to follow a thief and go and steal. You say, where are you? I was just following him. I did not know that he was going to steal. No. The law will hold both of you as partners in crime. It doesn't matter whether you say you are ignorant of the law. The law will not tell you that, oh, because, well, okay, go home. Where you say, well, George, I did not know that this man was going to steal, or this man was not a legitimate person to do this thing. No, they will hold you as partner in crime. That's why we are advising everybody, please follow the legal system, because the American judicial system does not, just like any other system. I'm just saying America because we are in America, and the Sako tried to say that they are legitimate and took the Ambazonian people to court. They lose. So people are talking about unity, they're talking about this, good and fine. But if you want to come for unity and collaboration, come with clean hands. That's what they call equity. Don't bring those fraudulent things and come and say you want unity. No. Come with clean hands, because we will not take fraudulent people, we will not take corrupt people, because we want to do things legal in America. We don't want to say we did not know the law, or we do not know the... No. Okay? That is why, I still repeat, that is why some of our brothers were arrested in America, yeah. Okay? They were trying to do things that were not in line with the American law, period. So there's no excuse for you to give something that is illegal. You say, oh, George, sorry, I did not know. No. There is no ignorance in the law, please. So let's follow the law. Let's do things that are legitimate. Let's pursue the law together. Let's do something that we can tell the Amazonian people that we are doing something legitimate. Because La Republic is good at looking at those loopholes. Okay? You remember the La Republic saw those loopholes. They just took the this law firm, Salai law firm guy. They went and took him to check those people that are doing illegal things in America. They just saw the way to get in. So anything we are doing, we are trying to stay within the framework of the laws of America. Because even if someone do not take you to court, La Republic is ready. They are watching. They are watching at us in America. Okay? They will look for those loopholes and just get in. Take you to court that, oh, you are doing something illegal. The American government now will clamp on that. That's what happens. Nobody would say, oh, well, I'm sorry, I did not know that I was doing something illegal. No way. Avoid illegalities. Avoid illegitimacy in American court system, in American political, economic, or socio-cultural system. Please stay within the boundaries of the law. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed. God bless Amazonia. Thank you, everybody, and see you in the next episode till we meet again.